It's time to level up! Who's ready to learn and grow? Yes, I welcome you to another moment with Mrs. Michael. Today we'll be looking into some common words. Before going into today's class, I want you to quickly know how to correctly pronounce these words because you'll be meeting them as we continue. The first one I want you to look into is favorite. How do you pronounce favorite? How have you been pronouncing it? The correct way, it is not favorite. It is not favorite or favorite. Favorite, or whichever way you have been pronouncing it. The correct way to pronounce favorite, Favorite, is favorite. Favorite. Okay, favorite. You say favorite, you don't say favorite. It is not favorite. It is correctly pronounced as favorite. The second word I have here is slimy. 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 Lastly, I have stodge. Stodge is stodge. When do we use slimy? Slimy is the correct word for draw soup. The draw soup we have always known to be our ogbono soup, our okra soup, ewedu, which is jute leaf. Okay, the correct word for them is slimy. You don't say draw soup. So the correct word for draw soup is slimy soup. You don't say draw soup. You correctly say slimy soup because it doesn't look right. It doesn't present you well. After speaking all the push and tush, then you now add draw to ruin your hard work. It doesn't present you well. If you were to speak English, speak it correctly. And if you want to speak Pidgin or Nigerian English, because this draw soup we are talking about is majorly for Nigerians and Ghanaians. It is strictly Nigerian English. It is not in the dictionary, except you are talking about draw, to sketch, except you're talking about sketching. But when you mean soup that is slimy like ogbono soup, you use the correct word to present it, which is slimy soup. My favorite stodge is salmon. Stodge is majorly used for those worms you call swallow. You say swallow anytime. Swallow is an act. It is not a type of food. Swallow is an act. You say I ate swallow. That is wrong English. Swallow is when you make effort to take the food from your mouth down through your throat to the stomach. Okay, so the food itself, any solid food like that, is correctly called or pronounced as stodge. My favorite stodge is semo, or you say my favorite stodge is eba. My favorite stodge is fufu. You don't say my favorite. It's not favorite. It's my favorite. Okay, are we together? My favorite is semo, especially when served with slimy ogbono soup. Another way you can use your slimy in a sentence is eba is popular stodge in our community. It is often served with slimy okra soup. Eba is a popular stodge in our community. It is often served with slimy okra soup, slimy ewedu soup. You only need to mention the food, the soup type, okay? But that slimy is already presenting it to people that it is something, soup that is thick, thick soup, okay? You don't say draw. I ate the some people would say the ogbono draw very well. They will still be. It's not like that, okay? The soup is slimy. I want a very slimy soup. That means you want something very thick, okay? You want something very thick, very slimy. We do very slimy ogbonos, very slimy you know. Now we have different types of stodge. We have fufu. Fufu is a stodge. You don't say fufu is swallow. Swallow is not a noun. Swallow is an act. It is a verb. It is an act. The act of putting the food into your mouth and taking it down the throat. So to have full access to this video, follow Felicia and Michael on YouTube channel. Remember, you don't say drawer soup. You say slimy soup. Slimy ogbono, slimy ewedu, slimy okra. You say slimy soup. You don't say drawer soup. You don't say, please cook me a very dry soup, or cook me dry soup, cook me dry ogbono. Madam, this your ogbono, it draw very, no, you don't say it draw. You're not sketching it. You say, is it very slimy? Do you understand? Would it come out slimy? Would it come out slimy? Would this ogbono come out slimy? That means would it come out very thick and give you that texture that you desire? Okay, so follow Felicia and Michael. Follow Felicia and Michael on YouTube channel to have access to the full class video. Love you. Okay.